Morning, Jane.
I'm late. Say hi to Tom for me.
Best to Harry.
Hello? Hi. Do I have what?
Very clever short film. At first, we meet a busy businesswoman and her house husband, and you quickly find out that the husband is very busy during the day. Lots of discoveries and scheming because of this, and the writing is really, really good. It actually reminds me of a theatrical bedroom farce with lots of doors and hiding. I also love the believable location of a regular house on a regular street. And the 4 cast members are excellent, especially during the very awkward final scene. Great jazzy, sexy soundtrack for the piece. Excellent job.
Was definitely something different, pun intended. It answers the age-old question of what would you do if you found out that your partner wasn't exactly being the most faithful? I'm sure everyone asks that question where, what would you do? And this film definitely takes an approach to that. It's a very empowering approach, and it's one of those approaches where you can understand it, because you in the heat of the moment you have no idea what you're gonna do, and sometimes you just want to go for blood. Sometimes revenge is the path you want to take. So it's a very very interesting film. Definitely enjoyed it. It's definitely one of those times where you watch it and, it's an option. Like, it may not be the high ground option, but it is an effective option.
This one definitely gave us a different approach to this particular situation. They have a very cute and original script with great performances. They portray this specific feelings and thought process for the situation. It's very entertaining as well. It is a nice comedy, and then the romance itself gets a bit in the background, and it's just very clever.
I liked this short. It started out and it immediately got your attention. I thought that all of the actors involved did a really good job. They were very believable. They were very authentic, and just their performances were organic. And I liked the story. The story was a cool take on the cheating spouse angle, so that was really cool. There was a moment at the very beginning of the film where it was like the audio seemed a little bit odd. Like the footfalls would, when she got up to walk across the room, her footfalls would start out loud and then they would change in volume. But while she was talking, the volume of what she was saying never changed. So that just stood out to me as, I was like, okay. But it didn't pull me out of it for long enough to have it be some kind of an issue. I was right back into it and like, okay, what's happening now? And something's going on. So they did a great job with that. Well done.
I really enjoyed this film. I thought it was really cool and different. I think my favorite part of the film was that kind of first sequence where we find out that the couple's cheating and there's split screen and the music's great. I just thought that was really, really well done. And even just like on a set level, like I just loved that the houses were right next door to each other, and I loved the use of that wide shot. I thought that was awesome. I kind of wish there was more use between that, because that location is just so interesting to me that they live right next door to each other. But yeah, great job.
Was like a wild journey, absolutely wild. And that conversation at the very end, or just being in that room at the very end with the 4 of them, could not pay me enough money to want to be a part of that conversation, or like want to be a part of that conversation, or even really want to know how that conversation was going to go. I really liked that they left it just left it right there, because even when the neighbors walk in holding hands and like she still kisses the husband as she's walking to the living room, like so fascinating. Such a wild story.
I really enjoyed watching something different. I thought there was a lot of really great stuff here. My favorite part was the costumes and the clothing and how they really helped tell the story. Like in the opening scene, we have this married couple who are both dressed in blue and white. They look like a cohesive unit until she leaves and the neighbor comes over, and then you can see that he's taken off his robe and now he's dressed similarly to the woman that he's cheating with. Like, I thought that was just such a nice touch, and it was actually done really well throughout the whole film. The camera work was great. The story was fantastic. I was a bit disappointed when it ended. I thought it ended a little bit too soon and we were just getting to the good stuff, so I would have liked to have seen more. But otherwise, I thought it was a great short film.
It leaves things very open-ended, which I'm sure was the intent, but I would have been down to see like a continuation of this story in some form.